First day on the podcast, and my fucking co-host is late. Bob Menery, 30 minutes fucking late. First episode, we bring Dana White on the podcast. Dana doesn't even like Bob. He loves me.
It's not my fault.
Not your fault.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good to see everybody. How are you?
What's up? Dude, big fan.
Now I feel like I'm kind of putting you on my back because I have a good relationship with Dana and Nicole and shit.
How quickly this flips, huh?
So this is kind of like a redemption thing, right?
Listen to me, I'm a pro at this, all right? Relax, I got this. Where we at? Where we sit?
Right here. No, yeah, we wanted to bring you on. But listen, I want to say, I told this guy, me and you have a good relationship. Me and Nicole have a good relationship. I brought you in to kind of just earn your stripes.
By the way, I'm very well aware of the relationship here, you know? I've been very, very well aware. Which is interesting, though. By the way, episode 1 of the Full Send podcast here.
Explain it to them.
So episode 1 of the Full Send podcast, Kyle is crazy enough to give me a chance here to take the lead with Kyle and our first guest, none other than Dana White.
And Menery's 2 hours late.
By the way, not my fault. Time out. By the way, that was
How
not
long
my fault.
for real?
By the way,
Let me
that was
check.
not the plane broke. I was sitting there. I got to the airport
We
at
told
8
Dana,
a.m.
I think, what, 1:30?
Listen to me, it was 1 o'clock. I was there at the airport at 8 a.m. The fucking plane broke, and I had to switch off, so it wasn't my fault. For once.
It is well documented. He has it all over his Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, real quickly, though, I have to say this. I don't mean to jump the ship. I know it's the Full Send podcast. This is Kyle's lead. How do you guys know each other?
My son introduced us.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Me
Interesting.
and Dana Jr. met up at a bar and stuff, and then me and Dana just developed a good relationship.
Do you remember, though, truthfully, when I called you about this
I
guy?
do.
Yeah.
I do.
It was 6:30 in the morning.
No, I always give credit to
I
Bob.
was in Maine. I was
Yeah.
in my place up in Maine, and you FaceTimed me. And you were with Kyle.
How long ago was that?
No, that's not how it went. No, I was by myself.
No, I was with you at Catch.
No, I was by myself when that happened. I said, Dana, these guys are going to be good for the UFC. I'm not trying to take credit here, but I said,
Well,
these guys.
I really did hear about these guys from my son. My son turned me on to these guys. And then, fate may have it, you called me one night with Kyle. You were on FaceTime. And you called me with Kyle. And yeah, that was how it got started.
And your kids went fucking nuts.
Nuts.
But our first real interaction where we all got to be in the same room was Fight Island, the first one,
Yeah.
right, in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
But you had Fight Island come around the first time, right? That was at the heart of COVID?
Yeah, what's the question?
The first time Fight Island, you were supposed to launch Fight Island, right?
Yeah.
And it got disrupted, didn't it, because of the whole COVID
No,
scare?
No. Fight Island was created because of COVID. That's how it started. And then I think when you guys went, that was the second time I had been there. I was already there for a stint. Then I went back. You were there for like 8 minutes.
Right.
And then
I built quick. I was so fucking paranoid. I'm not gonna lie about it. I pussied
was
out.
there
I
for
fucking
8
pussied
minutes,
out.
and then flew 17 hours back. Actually, more because you went to Boston.
That lie got so deep.
It was like
about
22 hours.
Do you regret that or no?
That. No, not at all. I think I did my job. I said,
Like,
look
did
at-
you actually think that, like, we would risk everything and, like, do some shit with, like, the Abu Dhabi people and, like, do a prank that would fuck our relationship
Listen,
up with Dana and the
first
UFC?
fucking thing that happens when we get off the plane is Salim walks up and there's a girl all in robes. Salim walks up to her and gives her a fucking hug. Now, isn't that frowned upon in that country?
Yeah.
Oh, he shook her hand.
Or shook her hand. Sorry, excuse me.
Because he's Muslim, too, so
Well,
I think he's like...
you can shake her hand. I mean, you don't want to be hugging women you don't know anywhere, let alone in the Middle East. But yeah, no, it's not. Listen, they were excited that they were coming. It wasn't. They were well prepped on who was coming and what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were watching. I think they were watching our every move and stuff.
I mean,
like
they
that.
had to have been, of course. I mean, you guys are a big deal, and I have a couple friends over there, and so I mean, I just got some messages that were like, "Look, they don't fuck around over here." Now I know you're protected by the big man, but
So were you like sketching out before you?
I
even
was
came?
so fucking paranoid at that
like,
place.
why not just tap out when we were quarantining in the Vegas motel?
He was
in the middle
close.
of
I could
nowhere?
tell by the
Like, why not
videos.
tap
I was
out
very
there?
close.
I could tell.
I
by
was
the
very,
videos.
I was very, very close tapping out. But I figured
Well,
I
you
have to
pushed
go over
through.
there, hold your hand, make sure you guys know it, introduce you guys, and then fly away. That was it. You were somebody during, the heart of the pandemic that was like, fuck it. I'm going all out. I don't give a fuck. And correct me if I'm wrong. We're going full speed, we're every other sport. And I talked to a lot of people that were pretty high up that said Dana is making the biggest mistake of his fucking life. This is the dumbest thing he can do. He's going to fucking cripple the UFC. Yeah. And what amazes me is the fact that you said, nope, fuck that. What was the decision making behind being so aggressive during COVID?
Yeah, because I've never had the mentality to fucking run and hide. You know what I mean? You figure out solutions to problems. Hiding is never a solution to a problem.
Right.
Hiding in your house for a year, laying off 30 to 35% of your employees who've been with me for 10 years plus. Some have been here for almost 20 years. And I'm just going to lay them off, right? You want to know why I think people are some of these businesses are having a hard time getting people back to work? Because a lot of these people are like, fuck you.
Right.
When the shit hit the fan, you fucking cut my throat. You fucking, when your family needs it the most, right? A pandemic is going on. There's so much uncertainty of what's going to happen in the future. And what do? The first thing you do is fucking cut me loose. Mm-hmm. I've been with you for fucking 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is. That's an option?
Right.
That's a fucking option? That's never an option for me. My thing was, I'll give up my salary and my bonus and whatever else I got coming to me this year, and we won't lay off any employees. And if this doesn't work, well, at least I tried. At least I can look my people in the face, and not just my employees, my fighters, and say, I tried.
Right.
I just felt like I shouldn't try, and I took the easy route, and I just fucking cut all you people loose and let you go. Who the fuck? You know what I mean? And then you want to call yourself a leader, right? Like you said, you talked to a lot of people that were high up that said he's doing the dumbest fucking thing you could ever do.
In his life. Yes.
And I disagree.
Right.
I think they did the dumbest thing they could ever fucking do,
right.
Which is cutting your people's fucking throats. Mm-hmm. That is something that I will never do. We'll all go down together, or none of us will fucking go down.
When do you think it's going to end? Because I saw in LA too now, we live in OC. They're bringing back the mask mandate in LA County now.
I know.
Again.
It's
like they removed it,
think.
And now it's like they're talking about a second wave type shit again.
Listen, this shit is like the flu. It's not going away. It's going to be here. So what are we going to do? We're going to shut down every time the flu pops up? And I'm not saying that this is like the flu. I'm saying it's like the flu and that it's going to keep coming back. And just like anything else in life, cancer, heart attacks, fucking the flu, some shit's going to get us. And some shit, some of us will get it and some of us won't. And that's life. Mm-hmm. You can't shut down the fucking world and stop everything. And the ones that I feel sorriest for are the kids. These kids that, trying to go to school through this and masks and homeschooling and, it's wrong, man. This whole thing is being done the wrong way.
Was there ever a moment when you were like, I'm making the wrong decision?
No, but I'm not going to lie. It was so fucking hard at some points. I was like, what am I doing? Listen, it would have been really easy to kick back in my house.
Right, and just shut it down.
And do nothing for a while.
Right.
But when is the easy route ever the route to take? You know what I mean? Because the truth is, in the beginning, when this thing first started, if this thing was as deadly as everybody said it was going to be, we're fucked anyway.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Right.
Right?
But it's not. It's
exactly.
Just not, yeah.
We would have been fucked. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be the dude that's going to go down fucking swinging. I'm not going to go hide, fire everybody and fucking, go hide in my big fat house and come out, a year later or whatever the deal is.
That's something we caught a shit ton of flack for too. Because remember I don't know if you remember when you called me one time, but we got in a ton of shit because like people don't like think, but like we're like a business just like anyone else too. So when COVID started, we tried to like make videos around the house or not travel, but like we had to end up like traveling and like continuing to do our thing too. And then we got in like a shit ton of news in the media for like traveling during COVID and stuff like that. And YouTube threatened to delete our channel and shit. So it's like, it's tough. Like, but we had to do the same thing. It's like, you can't just shut down because it's like, we need to make money. We need to keep funding this operation. Like, we got people to pay.
Right.
I don't think people get that,
people that depend on you. People that depend on you for a fucking paycheck.
Yeah,
and you're going to stay the course no matter what? Same stuff going down in the world, you're going to stay the course?
100%.
Well, I feel like we're kind of past it now,
right?
I
know what to expect. Now I'm ready for whatever they got.
So how does a deal go down with something like an Abu Dhabi deal? So how did that whole thing transpire? Why Abu Dhabi?
Well, I've had a relationship with them for 12 years. So Abu Dhabi's been a big part of the UFC, and they were an investor early on. When we sold in 2016, they cashed out too. So we had been very close to them. They're very progressive, very smart, and they were all about it. And we literally built the best bubble that existed during COVID.
Right.
Was over there in Abu Dhabi. The best bubble.
That was insane that week.
Right?
That was nuts. The 2 days
You missed
were
out
fun.
a lot, but
2
yeah.
days were fun.
Yeah, you
I
missed
still
out a
can't
lot,
fucking
but
believe that.
we were treated like kings.
It was awesome.
Like me and Steve were like, this is fucked. Like Dana, you could tell when you're Dana's guest. Like,
What was your highlight of the trip? What was your favorite part of the trip?
The
part of the
hospitality level at that place is beyond belief. I mean, everything is brand new. The hotels are all beautiful and dialed in. Restaurants are incredible. The best of the best restaurants, the best of the best everything. And the service is over the top.
Is their
During a
goal? Their
pandemic.
goal is to just show their country off and to have people want to go to Abu Dhabi. Is that the overall reason why they would kind of bring the UFC there?
Well, no, I mean, listen, it's like any other city. What city doesn't want events?
Right.
Everybody wants events. London, New York, Paris. It's all about events.
Right.
That's every city, not just Abu Dhabi.
so Dana, let me ask you something. Bob always pitches me one thing he wants to do is he wants to be like a liaison between the Nelk boys and the Middle East. He always tells me, he calls me and says, Kyle, I want to broker a deal between you and the people in the Middle East for the Nelk boys to come do tourism around the Middle
I think
East.
it's a smart play.
Do you think I should trust him and let him be the broker?
Is he going to show up?
I think you might
How long
want
is he
Dana.
gonna
You might
show-
want Dana to take the lead on this.
How long is he
You-
going to
you-
show
you've
up
been telling
for?
me that,
He's terrified
know
to go
if I
to the
trust
Middle
him to, like,
Listen, but
negotiate with the Arabs.
You know what, though? Bob is like, 99% of the people in the United States. They have this, they have this idea of what it's like in the Middle East and that it's scary. And if you go over there
Right.
and you don't follow the rule, and you don't do this and you don't do that, there are places in the Middle East that are like that. Abu Dhabi and Dubai are not like that. It's
Bro,
very
that's what I was telling
normal.
you. LA
There's
is more
places-
dangerous than Abu Dhabi.
You got
I
that
never
right.
felt safer than when I was in Abu Dhabi.
Was there,
So
was,
true.
Was there rumors to do? I mean, anything with Saudi Arabia? Were you going to do anything with that over there?
Saudi Arabia is doing a lot of stuff in combat sports too, but no, I have an exclusive deal with. I'll be with Abu Dhabi till the day I die.
Nice.
I remember that too. I didn't even think of it. But when we first got invited, everyone was telling us, you guys can't go, you can't drink, you can't swear, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do
You were
that.
protected by the big
Not
man.
just
you
you,
were protected.
everybody,
That's
bro.
not true.
None of that
But
shit's
I
going to
feel
go
like
down.
It
Everything-
has nothing to do with me. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with
No,
me.
I know Dubai and
First
Abu
of
Dhabi are
all,
very safe. I know Abu Dhabi and Dubai are very safe.
two of the days, those guys went to places I never even fucking heard
They had
of.
I don't know
all
if
gunmen
you can say
around
this,
them
yeah.
at every fucking
I-
corner, at every turn.
They went to places I never even heard of. That one bar, outside day club that they were at that one day, when they were walking around with the belt. And he
No,
was
I
holding
saw
the
it
mitts.
all. Trust me. I was sitting in my fucking parents' bedroom watching from the other fucking side of the world. Literally, there was nobody on that plane too. When I went home, there was like 4 people on that flight. 17 hours.
Yeah, no,
flight.
listen. Whoever goes over to Abu Dhabi or Dubai, they take care of them.
No, it
it's-
was beautiful.
The place, the service, and the way that you're treated over there is unfucking believable.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
And you left 2 random guys there too. You left your assistant.
I left my assistant.
And you left some
Look,
guy
like I
that.
said, listen, I was right along the whole way. I said, Aaron, work for me for a year, okay? Work your ass off. And
But you brought some guy that you met 2 weeks ago.
A higher entity that's going to take it from here. I'm the fucking connector. I'm the middleman.
So what was the thing that was going on in Boston that you thought I was behind fucking with you?
Oh, I have a serious stalker situation.
Is that
Bro,
Middle
I'm
Eastern
telling you, I
girl?
was like in the fucking movie Saw. I had some lady deliver cookies. I had some dude, it was like nuts, the whole situation. I was getting fucked with by somebody, and I'm still not convinced it's not you two.
If they were delivering shit to you, how's that be fucking with you?
No,
Sounds like
it was a
they're
whole
being-
sequence of events. I can't explain it right now. It was just all different shit. Somebody was fucking with me. That's all
What
I'm
was the
saying.
meeting in the Chinese restaurant?
That was another separate deal that I had to kind of help. I mean, I do a lot of different things, whether it be, helping the UFC in major ways by bringing these young YouTubers and, bring them to you and saying, hey, this is going to work. These are young guys that you want around your sport, and hey, look at you guys now. By the way, how was the fights, you two?
It was amazing.
The fights, the big one.
That fight was the sickest weekend. My birthday weekend too. Wow. We sat right behind Trump.
Wow.
Bieber was there. Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox. Who else? Kourtney Kardashian.
Yeah.
Only the elite of the elite.
Mel
see.
Gibson was at the end of your row to
Mel,
the left.
was he there?
Yeah, he was to the
Oh
left of you.
shit. That was insane, dude.
You had
And those
my
tickets
kids, and
went
on the
for
other side of my kids
Yeah.
was Mel Gibson.
and those tickets were at $250K a pop.
So the tickets where you guys were sitting, 2 sold for $250,000
Fuck.
combined together.
Bro, that arena was electric.
It was
that
awesome, wasn't it?
That was one of the craziest moments of my life.
So you think the UFC right now is an all-time peak?
100%.
You guys are
100%.
fucking murdering it.
Yeah. I mean, that was the Poirier-McGregor fight was the second biggest UFC fight of all time. The number one being Khabib and Conor. And yeah, the fan base is bigger since we went through COVID. You know, social media. I mean, every way you can measure and gauge your business, we're bigger than we were before the pandemic started.
And so what do you attribute that to? Just the whole being aggressive during COVID when every other sport shut down, nobody had anything to watch but you?
Yeah, 100%. You know, a lot of people one of the big things that happened for us during COVID was gamblers. You know, they couldn't gamble on any other things.
Really?
Baseball, basketball, football, horse racing, or any of that shit. So they started betting on UFC. Yeah, that was big for us, and so was you know, the fact that nothing else was on.
So real quick,
Think about when you really think back to the heart of the pandemic, right in the middle of it. I mean, there was fucking nothing to do.
No, it was absolutely
There was
awful.
nothing on TV. No new movies were coming out. No new TV shows were coming out. You know, if you think about it, you know, 3 to 4 to 5 new movies come out every single weekend. You know, in normal life.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No, everything shut down. It was scary.
No sports. You started to realize how important live sporting events really are to you and what they mean to you. You know.
And how many people in your circle came to you? And I don't mean to keep beating a dead horse, but came to you and said you're making a mistake.
Yeah, you listen. In the beginning, with the with my executives, we had a little rough go at it in the beginning, and then once everybody knew that I was dead set on doing this, everybody was on board.
How do you like push through that shit? Like when all the media like comes.
Because I don't give a fuck about the media. The media are all full of shit. Think about this, right?
Because COVID was like different. It was like. And it still is. It's like if you don't obey COVID and the way society wants you to like play with COVID, like they come for you. Like how do you like I actually want to know because I deal with that too. Like how do you have the balls to push through that?
Because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. When you look at these media people, who the fuck are they? What have they ever done?
Right.
What have they ever accomplished?
Right,
what have these people ever built or done? Nothing. Fucking zero. Less than zero. You know? Their opinion means jack shit to me. Right. If I listened to the media from day one, wouldn't be where we are today. You got to block all that noise out, man. Block it out. And you really, seriously have to get to a point. You will. As you do this more and you get older, you'll get to a point where you literally don't give a fuck.
You know what's scary for us, though, now is like 2 years ago, it used to just be all about your fans. So if we did something or we said something that was like controversial, it'd be up to our fans, like whether they'd cancel us or not fuck with us. But now, when you're dealing with these like liberal ass platforms like YouTube, Instagram, like when we did that whole traveling through COVID shit, YouTube sent us like a manual email, which they never do. It's always like automized. But it was like manual, and they said, you guys got to watch your off-platform responsibility. And they basically threatened to delete our channel. So now it's different. Like when you're relying on YouTube, we got to like, if you don't play by the liberal ass rules now, it's like they'll just delete you. Like look what they did to Trump, or like that's what you're playing by. It's like you're not even like our fans don't give a fuck. Like we can say whatever we want, do whatever we want. They'll always be there. But YouTube, it's like you're playing by their rules now. So it's
100%.
That's what's scary about it for us now.
Yeah, it's true. And you know, as time goes on, there will be more platforms for you to.
That's what we need to. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to happen.
Are you happy with the whole way the McGregor fight turned out? As far as, I mean, what's a perfect outcome for you guys for business?
However, listen, whoever wins wins. We put on, you know, fights with the best fighters in the world, and whoever wins wins, and you know you move on. You know he won. Now he'll fight for Dustin Poirier will fight for the title. You know, Conor's going to heal up, and hopefully come back in a year. And, you know, a lot of things will change in the next year while Conor's gone. So see what the world looks like when Conor comes back and figure out what he does next.
His leg just gave out? Is that what happened?
His leg broke.
I mean, I was sorry I didn't have a chance to watch the fight.
I didn't give out. It broke.
Didn't get to make that one. I missed out on that. Sorry, my apologies. I would have been there, but
How did you not? You didn't watch
I felt I might have caused a little stir in the last one, so my apologies there on that
you
one
didn't
too.
watch it?
I did watch it. I was at a bar.
I was gonna say you bet 66,000 on Poirier.
I did.
Did you?
Listen, we don't put numbers on this thing for
Nice.
God's sake, but I made the biggest bet I've ever made in my life on Poirier. And
Don't what? Don't put the numbers out.
No, that's no.
You'll take a fucking DM I send you and post it on fucking on
Yeah,
your
but it's
fucking
not
Instagram.
I never post a bad one.
What are you talking
No, I'm
about?
saying that what's the biggest?
Did
wait,
you-
wait,
did
can I
you
have this
bet
happy dad, by the way? Can I steal
take it.
What's the biggest bet you've ever made? Then?
Is there an extra happy
Oh
dad? in there?
fuck!
Biggest
the
bet you
biggest
ever made on
bet,
one?
sports bet?
Yeah.
$1 million.
Really?
Yeah, I bet $1
Do
million.
you bet on sports a lot, or
I
just
lost.
mostly cards?
No, I fucking hate betting sports. I hate it. Hate it. I remember Jermaine Taylor,
No.
the boxer, good-looking fucking kid. Came up, I think he came up through the Olympics, and actually married the volleyball player. He fought that white kid from fucking. Where the fuck is that kid from? I want to say he's from Cleveland. And I thought Jermaine Taylor was gonna fucking kill him. Jermaine Taylor got destroyed.
That was your $1 million bet?
for $1 million.
And you lost?
I was in Cabo. Yeah, I was in Cabo, relaxing, having fun. Fucking, that was the end of the fun. Fucking ruined my whole trip.
You blackjack? You play blackjack?
Yeah. I played blackjack all the time.
Did
But-
you see the?
But
did you
sports
see
betting,
the-
I stopped doing it.
It's too hard. It's
I
too,
fucking hate it.
It's not. It's
Did you see
not.
the Addison Rae shit at the Trump fight?
Yeah.
Did you see all the backlash she
So
got from
ridiculous.
that?
I called her.
Oh, you did?
I said, fuck them.
Wait, what happened? I wasn't there
Fuck
for
'em
that. What
all.
happened?
So, yeah, I guess it was kind of our fault too. People got mad at us a little bit, but we're sitting right behind Trump at the fight, and then we were so surprised because like all these TikTok girls and all these influencer girls in LA. Not saying Addison did it, but like when Biden won, they were literally like posting stories of them crying in the streets of Hollywood, like they were
Right.
so happy, like you know how it is. So. Addison walks up right past us and she taps Trump on the shoulder. Not even like an
Saw
off
that.
time, right in one of the middle of like the fights. Or like, I don't even think it was the middle of the round.
She said
And
hello to him?
and she said hi to Trump. So we were like, Addison Rae just said hi to Trump, like
Oh yeah, you guys definitely fucking
right
stirred
here.
that up.
I mean,
You
we
knew
got
you were
it.
doing-
Like Steve said, Trump's gonna fuck her and shit. But
Yeah.
like, we were just surprised. So like, we kind of put that in our video, obviously, right? That and she was getting a ton of backlash for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's a good kid. She's a nice kid.
Yeah.
And I called her and said, listen,
Who the fuck cares?
who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
Fuck
You'll
all
learn
this.
that as you go. She's kind of
Exactly.
young, new to all this stuff, right? What's your? So you're obviously been a big. You just spoke at the Republican National Convention. A bunch
Well, I
of
saw you posted something and
talking
you
about?
pussed out.
What are you talking
I saw
about?
you
What are
pussed
you
out.
talking about?
Yeah,
I didn't
I'll tell
puss
you what
out
I'm talking about.
anything.
You
What are you
posted the thing about the mask and the Uber.
The Instagram
then-
took it down. Instagram took it
And-
down.
and
Trust me, I
no,
stand by
you
my
deleted
shit.
it.
No, I did not
You
delete anything.
fucking
I
deleted
never
it.
fucking
There's
deleted
no
anything.
way they took it down.
What'd you post?
I posted something where I'll say it right here. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the Uber thing. When I get an Uber, you got to wear a fucking mask.
He's in an Uber. He's like, why do I have to wear a mask?
Yeah.
And basically all he said was, are masks still really a thing?
Yeah.
We got to wear a mask in an Uber. And then he said that Uber's controlling you. He said to the driver, Uber's controlling you.
Which is kind of crazy. I just don't get this. I don't get like.
And then everybody went crazy.
It's crazy,
It didn't
man.
go the way he thought it was going to go. They started
No,
going
no,
after
but that's
him,
not true.
and he deleted that shit.
It went exactly the way I thought it was going to happen. Everything was playing up to plan, and then Instagram took it down, unfortunately, which is just, you know. But anyways.
Did you ever hesitate to like publicly support Trump? I know you guys had a long relationship, but like when you
I
did
spoke
it,
at the National
I
Convention.
spoke at the Republican
what I
National
mean.
Convention twice, and many other rallies for Trump. You know, listen, man, this is America. You can vote for whoever the fuck you want to vote for. You know what I mean? And everybody wants to label you. You're a fucking racist. You're a piece of shit. You hate everybody if you're for Trump. You know, which everybody knows. You know, at the end of the day, I know exactly who the fuck I am and exactly, what I do for people and whatever. I don't give a flying fuck what any of these other people think. Doesn't matter to me.
when we did that, like I had a few girls from LA that just like straight unfollowed me, like right when I did that. Like they're
Yeah.
just like, there's no excuse for like that. Like
You can't see
a lot, and especially Canada. Like I have a lot of friends back home, and Canada is like fucking communist at this point now. So it's like when they saw that, like even my mom was like, "What the fuck? Like you were with Trump?" Like
yeah,
it's just like people are very like
They've done a great job of flipping the whole thing.
Yeah.
That if you're for Trump, you you're for hate and you don't like,
Yep.
you know, other people and whatever the deal is.
Did he call you to go to the fight, or did you invite him there?
Yeah, no, they reached out and said he was going to come.
Nice.
He doesn't have to ask. He just fucking
He just
says, I'm
shows up.
coming. Yeah.
Now, I didn't see him, though. Was he on? He wasn't on the UFC on pay-per-view. He didn't get shown. Why was,
Yeah,
what was the
so-
decision-making behind that?
So what happened was, you know, there's all these conspiracies about
Don't
that.
pivot out of this. Don't pivot out of it.
ESPN didn't want to show him, and then there was the ESPN didn't want to show him, and then what was the other big one? Another big conspiracy on why it happened. So it's the co-main event, right in between the co-main event and the main event. We're getting ready to fucking show Trump. It was going to go OBJ, 2 Chainz, Spade, Trump. And according to my guy in the truck, something went wrong
Okay.
with one of the machines. So the first thing I said,
Seems like a big mistake for
So-
the machine
so-
to happen with the former president of the United States there.
so this is
all I'm saying, Dana.
this
That's all-
is Saturday. So my guy calls and says, we're going to show the video of you and Trump walking in the arena instead of doing a still of him out there. I said, cool, whatever. So I thought it aired because he called me and said that's what's going on. I find out Sunday it didn't air. Now you got to remember too, we hire 150, at least 150, you know, people that come in and work production for us that aren't full-time employees here. So you know the first thing I said is,
Right. Who's responsible?
one of those fucking guys did this on purpose so that that wouldn't air. We dove into it, and allegedly it wasn't done on purpose. But we saw the beginning of OBJ, and they held on him for a long time. Then they're saying something went wrong, so none of those other celebrities got shown, including Trump. And yeah, and that's what happened.
What do you think it is with the media? Like, why are they so like against like Trump and that side? Like, is it about money? Is it about like?
I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, if you look at the things that Trump did while he was in there, listen, should Trump have stayed off Twitter more? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Did Trump say some crazy things here and there? Yes, he did. But he did a lot of good things while he was president. And I don't know.
Problem is,
I don't know. But when they started going, man, it fucking escalated quickly.
But you guys obviously have UFC fans that are on both sides of the fence, right? That are
Yeah.
on both sides. So at the end of the day, you guys got to sit back and say, does this divide our audience, and does it take away from? It'll piss some people off by putting them on there, you know. For instance, putting them on the big
He's the
screen.
president of the United States.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He was the president of the United States, and he's at the event. Of course, we're gonna fucking show him.
Right.
You know, if Obama came, we'd fucking show
course.
Obama.
Right.
If Jimmy Carter came, we'd fucking show
What do
Jimmy
you think
Carter.
the chances of
Right.
Biden are of hitting you up to come to a UFC fight?
I don't see that happening.
I don't think he watches UFC.
But you know what I'm
I think
saying?
he watches
I mean,
Bellator.
he's the former president of the United States. We would show any former president of the United States. You know?
You know when you're getting you get to be a little bit hot here is when you got people fucking with you on the internet, and I see there's a guy Jake Paul fucking with you. Is he own real estate in your head?
No. Listen, that's all part of the business. You know, you want to get noticed. You want to stir up some shit. Start a fight with me. That's how you do it.
Right.
You know, he's on fucking Showtime. What are they gonna fucking? You know what I mean? Showtime is like the fucking bottom of the barrel.
Are they
you
in the
know?
shits though?
Oh, they're the fucking worst. The
Really?
worst. They think they're fucking HBO, but they're not. You know, they're the shit can of pay TV.
Did he impress you a
Fucking
little bit
10
after the-
people watch that fucking network. I mean, if you watch when they put on these boxing matches and shit, like 10 viewers watched.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to stir up some fucking attention, and yeah,
Did he impress you a little bit after the Askren victory or not at all?
yes. Yeah, he knocked Askren out with one fucking
I'm
punch.
not gonna lie too. I thought it was fake when I saw it.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
So did I. Trust me.
Like I thought it, like just the way it was. But I think, yeah, they've always been cool to us, but they're taking it seriously, I guess. Like I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it would ever? Is there any? How much would Jake Paul have to impress you to do any type of co-promotion or anything
Well,
like that?
the thing is with Jake Paul, he's never fought anybody his size, and he's never fought somebody who is actually a boxer. You know what I mean? He beat up a 40-something-year-old fucking NBA player who's
Right.
Right, that
30
doesn't
pounds
count.
lighter than him. Then after that, he fights Askren, who's but I still thought Askren should have done better than he did. And now Woodley. So,
But Woodley's like
yeah.
he's a
Woodley's-
former UFC champ,
Woodley's
right?
A lighter weight. Notice they're not the same weight class either.
No? What's
Went for
Woodley?
Another guy that's
Lighter?
Yeah, but Woodley's a real guy.
Right,
Woodley's
he
a
is.
real guy.
Yeah.
And Woodley's a wrestler, but Woodley can fucking punch.
Of course.
So it's going to be interesting. But let's not forget, Woodley hasn't won a fight in 3 fucking years. Okay, he hasn't won a fight in 3 years, and he's 40 fucking years old. So
Right.
Where do you see, though, if it ever happened, where Jake Paul and Dana White's like worlds could collide?
I just don't.
What
see
if
it
he goes
happening.
on like a tear? Like, what if he goes on like a real tear?
I don't hate the kid.
Yeah.
Is he fucking annoying? Yeah, he's annoying.
He's working, though. He's working. He's doing his game. He's working.
100%.
Right.
I agree. He's
So you
out
don't
there
think-
trying to make that money.
So you don't think there's ever...
And his shelf life is very fucking short.
Right.
So get
Well,
that money.
What if what if he is right? What if he's like, you know what? What if this kid just came out of nowhere and he's actually just a good boxer?
He'd
What
have
if-
to
what
start
if he
fighting
goes on
some
a tear and
boxers.
goes 10-0?
He'd have to start fighting some boxers to prove that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I would imagine that in the gym, he's trained with plenty of boxers. So there's a reason he's not fighting boxers. He wants to keep fighting these, retired UFC fucking
Yeah.
wrestler
They're
guys.
definitely smart about it.
So you think it'll ever happen? Where you guys find a way to...
Listen, I never say never, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it.
And reason being?
That's just not what I do.
Right.
There's a market for that. I mean, he could fight a different type of celebrity every week, and there's going to be a segment of the population that wants to pay for that and see it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what I do. I put the best against the best.
Yeah, you're
He's
obviously on
calling
another
out
level.
Conor. He's calling out Conor. Conor's a 145-pound champion and a 155-pound champion. He's fucking
Well,
way
I know
bigger than Conor.
coming from the social media side, like that's what we do too. Like, we know what Jake's doing. Like, he's obviously a smart guy with social media. Like, I know too. Like, for him when he called out Conor, it's like someone that for him to call out Conor, I was like, bro, that's ballsy. So he's doing it for
gives him
engagement and like
attention, yeah.
and likes and shit, which is
He wants
smart. Like,
attention.
it's like it's
and
working,
doing it
right?
right
It's
before
working.
the Conor fight.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, look at it. I
It's
think
working.
everybody knows there's no possible chance that he would beat Conor McGregor in a fight, right?
Right.
0, right?
0.
0% chance. So he's just doing what he's doing. He's playing the game, which is smart. So, is what it is, you know?
I mean, what does Jake Paul weigh? 200 pounds?
I don't know.
Does anybody know what Jake Paul?
He's got to be.
Go-
I bet you he's
see if
about.
somebody
Two,
can
I'd say
Google what he weighs.
215 is my guess. 215 is my guess.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big dude. He's not small.
They're all trying to. So everybody like is trying to. I mean, obviously this fight thing is like nuts. Like you see the TikTokers fighting. They're trying to all build these platforms.
Did you see that fight?
No.
Or like, did you hear about it?
No, I don't even know who those guys are.
Yeah, I think Bryce Hall. You know some of them and
190?
stuff.
Yeah. Conor's 145 pounds. He wants to fight 155. He wants to fight him. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just like, you know?
You think any of these things have legs?
He's going like a 6'9" route, Bob.
Who?
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Kind of in a way. Like he's doing like crazy shit for. That's what he reminds me of. Is 6'9".
I mean,
That's
I
like
think
he's doing
played his cards
crazy
perfectly, though.
Instagram
I think
videos that are
I don't
just
think he's
like.
on the fucking level of Dana.
Yeah.
But I think like as much as you hate or love Jake Paul, I think Jake's done a pretty good job of sparking
Of
some
course.
fucking, making some noise. You know, at the end of the day.
But the other thing, too, is you notice the media isn't really following him as much as they did in the beginning.
It's only when it helps when you get involved.
It's getting, the shtick's getting old. You know what I mean? He's eventually, for him to really, I think for him to get the media back, he's going to have to fight somebody.
Why did he lose the media?
Because they're tired of it. They're tired of the shtick. Hey, it's me. I weigh 190. I don't want to fight these guys that weigh 170, 155, one fucking whatever, and they're wrestling and they're 40 fucking years old and they haven't won a fight in 3 fucking years. If he wants to be taken serious now by the real media, I think he needs to fight a real fight.
How about Logan?
Yeah. Well,
What'd you think of the Mayweather
have you ever
shit?
met Floyd Mayweather in person?
No, not in person. No.
He's fucking tiny, man.
Yeah.
He's tiny, and Logan's fucking big too. But again,
everyone was
I
like,
gotta
he's
give it to
done.
him. I thought he did a good job of tying Floyd up. Not letting Floyd get off when he was, and Floyd looked old that night too. And Floyd, I think Floyd knew he looked old that night.
But Logan took some hits.
The middle of the fight, I thought he was going to knock him the
I
fuck
thought
out.
Logan did a fucking. Everybody's like, oh,
I
Logan.
love them, but I wanted to see Logan fucking drop. And I thought Floyd was going to drop him.
Logan's a good kid.
I
I like
but
him.
still,
I like him too.
I
like him too.
No, he's cool.
I read something. Did you call him?
I have no problem with him. Yeah. So he bought a bunch of tickets to the fight.
Yeah.
And the tickets he bought were not tickets he'd want to sit in. He was going to get fucking smashed.
Right.
So I put him over in another section.
Very nice gesture. So you're not playing along with any of this stuff? There's nothing coming behind the scenes that we know about that you guys are going to end up at the end of the day? No.
Has he ever talked to you about like a potential?
Logan? No. That's the only time we've ever talked. Was about the tickets.
How many times has Jake's, I don't want to stand this whole time, but how many times Jake's people came to you and hit you up and called you and tried to set something up?
In the beginning, when he first started, like leading up to the fight with Askren.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dana probably hates the whole entire fucking episode being talked about Jake Paul, but my favorite guy ever was Jon Jones. Jon Jones is my favorite fighter by far. Where's he been?
He's not fighting until next year.
What so what's going on with that? I'm just gonna fucking speak openly. Whatever. Is he? Are you guys not getting along? How's it?
No, me and Jones have had that type of a relationship his whole career.
He was so fucking good and he was so fun to watch.
Yep.
That's the thing.
When he's ready to fight, we're ready to go. So, he's talking about fighting heavyweight, but in the heavyweight division right now, we're going back to Houston here in a couple weeks. Derek Lewis is taking on Cyril Gane for the interim championship. Whoever wins that fight will fight Francis Ngannou. And then whoever wins that fight, if Jon Jones wants to come back, he could fight one of them. Or he could fight Stipe Miocic. Stipe has accepted that fight and will take that fight.
Is it what is it? Is it a money thing? Is he like, I deserve this? Or how is it? Why isn't it happening?
He's under contract. He has a contract.
Okay.
So he can do whatever he wants. Or he could come back and fight at light heavyweight and regain his title if he wanted to try to do that.
How about Khabib? Do you think there's a chance he ever fights again?
I think Khabib's really done.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if you just saw last weekend his boy Islam Makhachev fought. Yeah. And now he's ranked number 5 in the world. And
so he's not going to get in the way of his run.
His father wanted him to become a world champion too. So I think Khabib is, it was an interesting thing out. Khabib was 29-0. He's 5-0 now as a coaching guys. So he's undefeated coaching too.
What was his reasoning? I just missed out. What was his reasoning behind retiring?
I think his mom didn't want him to fight anymore, right?
He's extremely fucking wealthy and he doesn't need to fight
What happened to
anymore.
that potential GSP fight?
It's out there.
Those are the days,
GSP
man.
wants it. He wants it.
I loved GSP, man. Back in the day. Obviously, I'm from Toronto.
You're Canadian. It's your boy.
I used to love GSP, bro. But that'd be a crazy, that would cut some hype.
He's getting a little.
I feel like Khabib will fight again. That's just my opinion. I'm putting it out there.
Was champ?
I was in
16?
grade 8. Yeah. UFC. What was the one where he fought Thiago Alves? 100?
Fuck.
I think it's UFC 100.
Was it really?
Is that UFC 100?
I don't remember.
Was that the era when Jones hit Shogun with the spinning elbow? Remember that big spinning elbow?
Yep.
That was obviously it's great now.
Unconscious.
Yep. Those were
I watched this one on my
Guillotine.
birthday, whatever it was. UFC GSP versus Thiago Alves. I remember that.
Did you live in Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah. Toronto was badass when we finally got into Toronto.
You guys got to go back there after COVID?
Huh?
After COVID's fucking washed up there?
Yeah, we got to go back to
Still
Toronto
a shit show
after
there,
COVID.
though, but...
I don't know if COVID's ever going to fucking end in Toronto.
It's just crazy, dude.
Well, you
it's
have to have a vaccine to get in there.
Right.
Is there what's we did with variant coming out now? What is the variant?
I'm just hoping they don't pull that bullshit now, where it's like a second wave.
I can't fucking do it anymore. I'm out. I'm checked out.
No, I think after that, everyone's gonna be like, they're not gonna believe it. Like, if there's a second wave, I don't think anyone's gonna buy it.
Yeah, no. For the first month of COVID, I was so paranoid. I fucking bought fucking canned goods. I shut down. I stayed inside my house. I think you came on my little game show or something. I did on Instagram or something. I shut down. I was fucking freaking the fuck out. And then finally, I'm like, all right, enough is enough. And then the problem is you're just brainwashing so many people to just think this is the custom, because a way to live
People
life.
are over it now, man.
And then it's a fucking joke. But at the same time,
this company was only shut down for 6 weeks. We shut down for 6 weeks.
Crazy.
Because it took me 6 weeks to figure it out on how to, get it going.
So you're gonna bring the UFC anywhere outside of went to Abu Dhabi? What's another big? You gonna go anywhere else big?
We'll see how this thing plays out. We're supposed to go to London in September. I'm here in London shutting down right now too. I don't know if that's true. We're trying to find, to verify if that's true or not. I'm going on vacation this Friday. I'm going to Greece. So I'm hearing that Mykonos just shut down. So it's gonna be. I'm on a boat, so I don't give a fuck. Whatever shuts down, But it'd be nice for it all to be open.
I wanted to show you this picture of a shirt we're selling. That's from the fight.
Yeah. No, I saw that. It's awesome.
The Trump 2024. You see
I
that?
sent it to Trump. I sent it to Trump, Kushner, and Jon Jr.
Did they say anything?
Night. Yeah.
Did they say anything?
Yeah,
That's gonna go crazy. That's gonna go fucking nuts. That's awesome. Steve's a wild man, huh? What's your take on Steve?
I love Steve. Steve's one of the nicest fucking kids.
He's a great guy
on the planet.
Yes.
He's such a good person, and he's one of those guys. When you become friends with him, he'd do anything for you.
100%. Which he has, 100%.
He fucking loves Kyle. Let me tell you what. Don't ever fuck that up.
No, fuck no.
When you're in a business relationship and you're as close as you and Steve are,
sure.
It's like how Lorenzo and I were.
Yeah.
And the one thing that you gotta fuck money, fuck all that shit. Keep your friendship
100%.
tight.
Nah, we gotta
Money comes
we got
and
each
goes.
other's backs.
Real people are hard to find. And he's the real deal, and so are you. So
how's the Hollerhead real quick? It's doing good?
everything's good. Yeah.
I see that fucking everywhere now.
Yeah. You're gonna see it even more places where we're blowing the shit out of that thing.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. It's going pretty good. I know that these guys have helped you out with that. You guys have both been pumping each other up.
We've been both pumping each other.
Pretty good combo here. Mm-hmm. Pretty good combo. Don't know who thought of it. Pretty good, like spaghetti meatball. These two, I tell you, But I drop the mic and just walk out, and then I leave. That's it, I mean, hats off to you, bro. You're one of the coolest, chillest guys. You've done so much for both of us, 100%. You're the man, and take good care of us. We always
One
get your
thing I wanted to
back.
ask Dan is, how long do you think
quick.
you'll be involved in the UFC? You think you're gonna do it for a long more time?
Yeah, I just can't. I don't want to do anything else. I can't fucking picture. I can't picture me not doing this. Why would I not want to do it?
It's fucking cool, man.
Stay in the nicest fucking hotels in the world, eat in the best restaurants, and sit in the best seats in the place for the best fights in the world every fucking Saturday.
UFC is just the coolest company.
I think you might have
the
worse.
UFC's sick.
You might have worse. Do you sleep ever? I mean, you're always up on that shit too. You don't.
Yeah, I have sleep issues. I got serious
So do I.
sleep issues.
So do I.
Yeah.
What are your sleep issues?
I never bothered me when I was younger, but now that I'm getting older, it's fucking me up.
Meaning sleep issues, what, you just stay up?
I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow for fucking sleep study. Yeah. I'm doing a sleep study tomorrow morning.
They're going to hook you up to machines and everything?
Yeah, they're going to hook me up and I got to go to sleep over there. And I can't sleep in my house. How the fuck am I going to sleep over here?
No shit. That's
going to be
awesome.
interesting.
Let it be a fly on the wall on that one.
Yeah.
But
Cool. I think that was good.
anyways.
First
100%.
episode of the Full Sun Podcast. Thank you, Dana.
Pleasure,
And,
brother. Thanks for having me.
Bob,
The Godfather right
you
here.
gonna stay with me or what?
I mean, look, if you're willing to have me here.
Listen.
This is.
You want to mark off 2 hours of every schedule that you have, every fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll be there.
I don't want to call out Delta Airlines, but I will say, not my fault.
Yeah,
That's
there
it.
you go. Remember that, everybody.
Who do you think we should bring on? Who do you think we should
Fuck
bring
them.
on next episode?
I kind of like. You think Dana could ever make a move? And I mean, you guys get along so well now. I mean, Donald Trump might be an option.
We'll see how the views get. I mean, it's got to be a big platform. Dana knows how to push it.
I think you put.
Let's have the proof of concept
Dana on the
first.
spot right now. You think you could? Maybe I step back, let somebody else. You think you could get Trump on the show for him eventually?
Sure. Definitely.
Let's get the proof of concept going first. Me and Dana will talk. We have a slightly better relationship.
Yeah, I'm well aware. I backpedaled out of this thing. I've backpedaled.
We know how to get shit done,
I'm out. That's all I'll say.
Cool.
You're the best, buddy. I love you.
Thanks,
You're the
Dana.
fucking man.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right,
All
thank
right,
you.
see you guys next time.
Hold on. I got something for you, Bob.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on. Is this your office? No.
There's $50,000.
No, you can't. No, I don't want it.
Okay?
No, I'm
Me
not.
and Kyle don't want to hear about it one more fucking time about how you hooked us up.
Wait. Bring it back up. But I mean, that is immediately going to the bookie. But thank you.
No more talk, Bob.
No, I mean, guess what? Now, ladies and gentlemen, my job is done. This is plenty. This is perfect. I'm out. Honor and a pleasure, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Bob, who's the potential guests we got coming on?
We have potentially, we got Morgan Wallen potentially down the road, who's a good friend of mine, maybe Bieber. I made that up. I made that up.
You made that up.
I made that up. That's not true. Sometimes I just drop names to make me seem a little more relevant.
I think we reach out to Jake Paul, Logan Paul. We'll get them on.
Kyle, it's your show. I'm just here. I'm a fly on the wall.
I'm just saying, well, you're throwing out Bieber. Like, we're just gonna reach out to Bieber.
Panic the
You talked to
fucking
Bieber or no?
No, I've never seen one
Okay,
in my
so
life.
don't throw out fucking Bieber like that, bro.
Sorry. I just thought it. That's my bad.